Today, our group, myself and Miss Lalita, would like to present about the case study about brewing barista discontent at Starbucks for the MGT 5205 People and Organization. This presentation looks at Starbucks employee relationship issues, especially how the company manage employees' voice, conflict, leadership, and motivation. Okay, introduction. To begin, Starbucks is well known for its strong employee culture. The company refers to the employee as a partner, which shows the employee are expected to be a part of Starbucks' success. However, the case shows the employee dissatisfaction starts to grow because of the concern related to the workload, staffing, scheduling, pay, and voice and fairness. Because of this, some employees felt that direct communication with the management was not enough. This is why unionization became an important issue in the case. In this presentation, we will analyze the case through strategic alignment, conflict management, and employee motivation. Before going into the analysis, there are the key facts from the case. The key fact is the case in the case is Starbucks depends heavily on the barista because they directly deliver the customer experience. At the same time, employees raise concern about their daily work situation, especially staffing, scheduling, pay, respect, and lack of voice. Starbucks prefer to maintain direct communication with the employees, but some employees wanted stronger representation through unionization. So the main tension is to case is between Starbucks need to control business operation and employees need to be strong for a voice and fairness. This case will fact help us understand why the following section focus on the direct connection, conflict management, and motivation. I will pass my slide to Miss Lalitha.
Problems faced by Starbucks employees, staff shortage, pay did not keep up with inflation, safety concerns, poor communication with senior management. Staff members want to form a union to overcome these problems. However, Starbucks is against the unionization of its stores and closed all shops with union and fired employees that joined the union. Narasimhan has held face-to-face meetings and employees is committed to making packaging easier to work with. Change slide. Strategic alignment. It is very important to align human resource practices with the organization's overall strategy to make sure the company is focused on similar vision, mission, and goals to grow and cultivate new talent. Change slide. Direct connection with employees. Starbucks values direct connection with its employees so that problems and conflicts can be settled quickly. Starbucks wants to flatten the hierarchy. This is so that management team can be quickly reached and made aware of any problems and decentralization can happen. According to Harvard Business Review 2024, Starbucks' mission is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. The direct connection with the employees also makes sure that this human connection is still there and preserved akin to their mission statement. Change slide. Strategic analysis. Starbucks human resource HR practices aligns with the organization's mission because HR wants to hear directly from the employees and make necessary changes to the organization based on employees' feedback. This is the reason Starbucks is flattening the hierarchy and decentralizing the system. However, Starbucks does not support the unionization of its workers because a union adds more red tape. The leadership style that should be followed is servant leadership. Servant leadership encourages upper management to lead in a transparent and honorable manner so that the employees always knows what is happening in the organization and they know upper management always supports the employees regardless of the circumstances. Change slide. One slide before.
Sorry.
Strategic analysis. According to Business Wire 2022, Starbucks reinvention plan coincides with a framework to increase profits and expansion of the stores, improve store shareholders, customers, and partners' experience through a diversified portfolio, delivering beverage innovations, expanding effortless digital convenience, and accelerating Starbucks leadership positions internationally. According to CBS News 2023, both union and non-union baristas will have a raise in hourly wages by 3%. According to More Perfect Union 2024, 415 Starbucks stores in 43 states in the US have won union elections. Next slide. experience with a similar situation. At Hospital Tengku Ampuan Afzan, the younger doctors are working on a contract basis and this has led them to be undervalued and receive less pay. They have approached the Malaysian Medical Association regarding this issue. MMA is the union for doctors in Malaysia. However, they have not reached a resolution to this problem yet. HR at HTAA has a strategy alignment of wanting to listen to these doctors directly. Now I shall pass the slides back to Khirthiga.
Thank you. Okay, from our analysis is that the conflict Starbucks is not only about the unionization. The deeper issue is about trust, employee voice, and whether employee feels respected in their daily work. Based on the case fact, Starbucks is facing tension between business control and employee voice. The company wants to manage its operation directly, but employee wants stronger involvement in matters such as staffing, scheduling, pay, respect, and representation. From the industry and organization research, Starbucks and Workers United agreed in 2024 to begin discussion on the bargaining framework. This shows that Starbucks has started moving towards for a formal way of managing employee relationship. To back to Starbucks, plans also focus on improving store experience, staffing service, speed, human connection, human connection. And this also connected with behavior theories help us understand how employee dissatisfaction can affect motivation and workplace behavior. And strategic HR shows that HR should support both business goals and employee needs. And most importantly, conflict management and resolution are directly linked to case because Starbucks must manage to conflict through dialogue, collaboration, and fair procedure. From our team experience, when the employee concern are not handled earlier, it can be reduced trust, teamwork, performance. Therefore, the new CEO, Mr. Narasimhan, should not view the conflicts only as a problem, but as a feedback to improve Starbucks employee relationship. And for the CEO recommendation for Mr. Lachman Narasimhan, first, Starbucks should rebuild trust through structured conversation. The CEO should arrange regular listening section with employees, store manager, and union representative. This section should allow employee to share their concern openly and safely. Second, Starbucks should bargain in good faith with the labor union. Since some employees have already choose union representative, union should also treated as a stakeholder, not as enemies. The discussion should be respectful, fair, and focus on the solution. Third, the Starbucks should improve working condition at the retail level. The CEO should review staffing level, shift schedules, workload pressure, and manager support. This is important because communication alone will not solve the problem if employees still feel overworked. Fourth, the Starbucks should establish a joint labor management forum. This forum can discuss staffing safely and workload and employee welfare because small issues become bigger conflicts. Fifth, Starbucks should match HR practice with a partner culture. Since Starbucks calls its employee as a partner, employees should experience respect, fairness, and support in their daily work. Overall, the new CEO should manage the conflict through collaboration, not a confrontation. And the implementation plan for the new CEO is to make above recommendation practical. The CEO should clearly follow a timeline, which is first 30 days, Starbucks should conduct listening section to identify the most urgent employee concern. And 60 to 90 days, the company should begin organized union discussion and review staffing and scheduling issues. And within 3 to 6 months, Starbucks can establish a joint labor management committee to monitor workplace concern and suggest improvement. Within 6 to 12 months, the company should measure progress through employee engagement, staff turnover, service quality, and labor relationship. This timeline makes a recommendation more practical and shows that conflict management should be ongoing. Let me pass my slide to Ms. Lalitha.
Employee motivations at Starbucks. ownership and financial security. Through the Beanstalk program, Starbucks provides partners with an actual ownership stake in the company, which fosters a sense of personal investment, growth, and competence. The Starbucks College Achievement Plans CAP covers 100% tuition for degrees, serve as a powerful motivator for partners seeking long-term development. This directly addresses the psychological need for competence. Career trajectory. By committing to hiring 90% of retail leadership roles internally, the company motivates entry-level partners with clear paths for advancement. Well-being and relatedness. Comprehensive benefits such as mental health support and generous parental leave emphasize the company's belonging value, helping employees feel cared for as individuals. Regional adaptability. Localized incentives such as housing subsidies in China or rental loans in the UK demonstrate an understanding of diverse partner relationships, partner needs. Next slide. Evaluating leadership, communication, and workplace culture. Leadership. The current Back to Starbucks strategy under the new CEO focuses on empowering retail leaders and reinvesting in the green apron partner experience. This shift aims to move leadership from a purely transactional focus on efficiency to a more transformational approach that nurtures the human spirit. However, the leadership's historical resistance to unionization has created a disconnect with some partners viewing management actions as inconsistent with their stated values. Communication. Starbucks utilizes anonymous surveys to seek feedback and analyze areas for improvement in partner engagement. While this suggests an open door philosophy, the use of captive audience meetings during labor disputes has been criticized for being one-sided, potentially undermining the relational transparency required for authentic leadership. Workplace culture. The company has cemented belonging as a core value, aiming to create an environment where everyone feels welcome. This culture is a primary driver of motivation, yet it faces challenges from labor tensions and reports of a culture of fear in stores attempting to unionize. The current restructuring efforts seek to re-establish the community coffeehouse identity, which is vital for maintaining the intrinsic motivation of partners who value social connection. Next slide. I shall pass my slides back to Khirthiga.
Yeah. Okay, as a conclusion, the Starbucks case shows the employee voice, trust, and motivation are closely connected. The conflict happened because some employees felt their workplace concern are not fully addressed through direct communication alone. From our team workplace experience, when issues such as workload, communication, or fairness are ignored, employees may become less motivated and less engaged. This can affect teamwork and performance. Negotiate teamwork and performance. Therefore, a new CEO should focus on the collaboration, good faith, and structure the communication and better level working condition. If Starbucks manage these conflicts well, it can rebuild trust, strengthen employees' engagement, and support long-term business. And as a finalized, we have go for the references. All the references used supported the presentation, and we refer to the Starbucks case study, organization behavior literature, conflict management, and theory and relevant Starbucks related source.
Thank you.
And all the references are prepared AFA 7th referencing site. Thank you.
Thank you very much.